Hello, everybody. My name is Samuel Flores from Santa Marina and Steta here in Mexico. And the intention of this blog is to share with you some important insights that we have on digital nomads and their regulation in Mexico. In our experience, digital nomads are people who seek to live in affordable places with a good quality of life for short periods or maybe half a year, leaving their place of origin in order to either work while traveling the world or traveling certain places, while still maintaining the benefits and your employment relationship as you have in your country of origin. As such, we have been experiencing this phenomena in two different manners. One regarding international nomads, people who usually live in another country but come to work for a particular amount of time in Mexico, and also local digital nomads, that Mexican employees that decide to work remotely from another state or from another city. This does not represent that much of an issue in accordance with the Mexican regulation, because all employment relationships in Mexico are subject to the terms of the federal labor law. So regardless of where you render your services, the principles and obligations of the employers are mostly the same. So it does not represent that much of a risk. However, it is important to consider that in this kind of scenarios, or this kind of situations in which a local employee decides to render their services from another location, then there are remote work specific regulations that shall be met by the employer, such as, for example, providing a computer, providing a printer if needed by the employee, and also to cover the telecommunication services that the employee may need in order to maintain contact and supervision with the employer, and also to cover a proportion of the electricity that is used by the employee in order to render his or her services. So at the beginning of June, the Federal Ministry of Labor issued a Mexican official standard that is known as NOM 037, in which the ministry provides different obligations for the employee and the employer regarding safety and hygiene conditions during remote work. And it imposes a series of obligations, including have a list in which the employer verifies that the place where the employee elected to render his services in fact complies with the necessary lighting conditions, circulation of air, the position in which equipment and chair are located, in order to verify or reduce any occupational hazards that may occur during the rendering of services in the remote work modality. And now, in connection with international nomads, it is really important to be aware of labor, social security, tax, and migration regulation here, because, for example, our labor regulation provides that anyone who is located in Mexico and provides personal subordinated services to another person is considered an employee. And then, in principle, the federal labor law would be applied to that employment relationship. However, there are certain measures that can be taken in order to reduce or mitigate the risk of the employment relationship being deemed subject to Mexican regulation. It is important to take these measures because if not, and following a court process, the employment relationship is deemed to be subject to Mexican labor regulation, that would trigger several consequences for the employer, such as registering before the Mexican Institute of Social Security, paying contributions to such institute, paying benefits such as Christmas bonus, vacation premium to the employees. It would also trigger the obligation to pay profit sharing, which is also a quite significant and constitutional right of employees in Mexico. So as the remote work regulation is quite new, this is a topic that is still evolving, and during the next few years, it will continue to evolve. And therefore, it is really important to maintain our attention, keep an eye on the evolution of this legal framework in order to verify that we're still in compliance moving forward. If you would like more information about this, you can find my bio in the description below. We would be happy to help. Thank you for watching our Employment Matters blog. Remember to subscribe, for current insights and updates on important global labor and employment topics presented by the ELA.